Call 2023 CR 2077. State of Texas versus Annabelle Bishop. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ruben Herrera for the state.
Defense.
Thomas Siller for the defendant.
Are you Annabelle Bishop?
Yes, ma'am.
You entered a plea on May 1st. According to the plea bargain agreement, and it's a continuous violence case, the state is silent on your application, but they're asking that punishment be assessed at 5 years in the prison.
This case starts like a lot of plea hearings do, quiet, procedural, almost routine. But when you hear continuous family violence and a 5-year prison request, you already know this isn't small. This is about repeated harm, not one bad moment.
Wishes as to your daughter.
I don't think that she should go for 5 years.
Do you ask this court to grant her deferred adjudication?
I pleaded with this court to grant her deferred.
At this point, the court prepared, or the court says there's no mental health issues. And what kind of needs do you think your daughter has if given probation today, substance abuse wise?
Yes, that she be placed in a program and
Outpatient, that is?
outpatient. Yes.
Is it, what kind of drugs is she using?
To my knowledge, and for CPS, it's weed.
And other than that, what other, does she need any kind of additional mental health services? Anything? What
I
else does
believe
she?
that she might, yes.
I know that nothing was identified officially, but what makes you think?
Nothing was identified because no one's taken the time to actually,
But what are your
counsel her.
concerns with her?
their.
All right, you all need to talk one at a time.
What are your concerns with your daughter?
My concerns are that she just needs the help that she needs. And she doesn't need to go to prison. I think that she would be able to do this out.
Is it your first felony, of course?
Yes, her first.
And
Yes.
who else lives in the household with you?
Just me.
You spend a lot of money and effort to get her on bond. How much money did you spend on that?
$2,500
Okay, and then she's back in jail. Why is that? Why is she back in jail?
because she missed her court date.
And other than that, she was always a good, well behaved.
Yes, and
And
she only missed her court date because she had a scratch in her eye. And she does have medical records for that.
Okay, and at this point, do you think she will be able to successfully comply with the education requirements, going to classes, making appointments, reporting, staying away from the alleged victim?
Yes.
Okay, and it says here that she has shown no remorse. She thinks just all fun and games what she did to the ex-father-in-law. What do you think? Do you think she's remorseful?
Yes, I do, and they should be remorseful for what
I'm
they
saying
did to her.
she took responsibility for what she's charged with. She's not saying she's innocent, but she's remorseful, you're saying?
Yes. I am.
And she understands,
His remorse.
and she understands, and you understand, if the court was to give her on her first felony the education, if she messes up, she'll get the full individual punishment and go to prison for much longer. She understands that, you understand that?
I understand.
Okay.
You would need to ask her.
But she has a high school diploma, she understands everything, she's competent, you believe?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And at this point, again, I was trying to clarify with you, does she need mental health evaluation, you think?
Yes, I do.
On what basis?
On the basis that I've been her mother for the last 25 years and I know my daughter, and she's changed a lot ever since she met her husband. And she's just mentally been abused by that family. That's what I'm basing it on.
What kind of service does she need? Counseling? Does she need evaluation? What does she need?
I would think that she would need counseling and psychiatric evaluation.
But all that can be done outpatient. You're asking for the court to kind of defer to release her today?
Yes, I am.
Watching a parent beg the court is never easy. You can hear how badly her mother wants to believe this is fixable, that treatment, counseling, probation could undo everything. And honestly, that instinct makes sense. Parents see who their child was, not who they've become.
Not all the facts.
Are you aware that she gave him a black eye?
No.
Are you aware that she went over to the home well, at the job site, it states, the victim said that his grandchildren were placed on a safety plan on Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023 by Child Protective Services due to physical abuse allegations. Do you know what that means?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what that means is that Child Protective Services didn't do a legal case, and her attorney will tell you this. They just did a safety plan. So the safety plan is designed to get the parents stabilized. So what they did was they placed the children with the father-in-law, and I'm sure they told her that these are the times that you can have your children as far as visitation. So what he says is around 9 a.m. today, the defendant, your daughter, came to his job site again, banging on the door. His coworker alerted him that she was here, and they called the police. The grandfather came through the gates and told her to leave. She began yelling, "Where are my effing kids?" He grabbed her phone and threw it so that she would leave the property. She then punched him in the face a couple of times and ran to get her phone. Shortly after, she returned on the property, threatening to damage the grandfather's truck and flatten his tires. She was looking for rocks, so he went to stop her. She came at him swinging with a closed fist. He grabbed her by the shirt and hip tossed her to the ground. He placed his hand on her back until she calmed down. That's what happened. And that was on the first occasion, because this is continuous. And it says that your daughter has a drug problem. Does your daughter have a drug problem?
Yes.
That's either yes or no. So what drugs are she using?
To my knowledge, marijuana.
So you think she's only using marijuana? And you think all of this, that Child Protective Services, which they don't even do anymore, I don't know why they don't do it, but Child Protective Services are not putting children in safety plans or removing them because parents are using marijuana. It has to be more than that. Do you understand?
They didn't tell me that.
Okay.
I asked them.
All right. So as a parent, sometimes we let our love of our children blind us or look at things through rose-colored glasses. In order to help children, you need to take the rose-colored glasses off and see your child for who they are. Now, you may not like what you're seeing with your child. You may not like the relationships they're choosing. You may not like the fact that they're doing drugs, but you have to acknowledge that and quit glossing over the fact that she doesn't have custody of her kids. And I hate kids because it's baby goats, but I'm saying kids with the cuts. That's what's in the police report. But she doesn't have custody of her children. And the reason why she doesn't have custody of her children is because there's allegations of physical abuse, not physical abuse where her partner that she chose is hitting on her, but physical abuse to the children and drug use. That's why there was a safety plan. And that's why the children were placed with the grandfather. Now, why the children are not placed with you, I don't know. Maybe it's because you're not acknowledging the fact that your daughter has violence issues, that your daughter has drug issues. Maybe that's why the children didn't place them with you.
This is where the tone of the entire courtroom shifts. The judge isn't yelling. She's doing something colder. She's laying out reality. Step by step. CPS doesn't remove children just because. Safety plans exist because something went very wrong. When the judge says take the rose-colored glasses off, she's not attacking the mother. She's explaining why the system stepped in. Violence, drugs, instability, kids living out of vehicle. These are the factors courts can't ignore, no matter how much love is in the room.
All right. Anything you wish to say to the court?
I do.
You want to raise your right hand?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Annabelle Bishop.
All right. What do you wish to say?
I am very remorseful for what happened that day. And I don't feel like I should be.
What happened that day?
Well, you had just explained it, but that wasn't the whole story because he did put his hands on me as well.
numerous times.
Mhm.
That's why I pressed charges back on him.
Why were you at the location?
To retrieve my kids.
All right,
Because
and
the original agreement was my kids were supposed to spend the night with him, and I was supposed to pick them up that morning.
No.
That's why I was there.
So you're saying there was not a CPS safety plan in
Oh,
place?
yes, there is. Mhm.
All right.
And the plan that me and Jacob had came up with was for his dad to be on the plan and my mom to be on the plan as well.
I'm sorry. I just want to just guide you a little.
No. I want to listen to what she's saying because she's changing her story to me.
Well, for that, may I have a
Mm-mm.
minute?
No,
Thank you.
she's on the witness stand. So go for it.
But anyways, I'm very remorseful for what happened that day.
No. Let's go back to the safety plan business.
Yes,
So you're saying there was an agreement with the safety plan for what?
just for my mom and his dad to be on the safety plan. That's it. That's all I was gonna say.
No, your mom just testified. You heard her testify that says she was not considered for the safety plan. So she was not on a safety plan. So your mom wasn't on there. So the only person who was on the safety plan was him. So why did you think that you were to go and pick up the children?
My kids,
Yes.
because I missed my kids and I just wanted to see my kids. That's the only reason. I
All right.
love my children.
Did you realize that was a violation of the safety plan?
No, I didn't realize that.
All right, you want some questions?
Oh, you want to just make
Sure.
you're not minimizing your involvement, you're still taking full responsibility.
Yes.
You're asking the court to not send you to TDC today. You want help for substance abuse and maybe mental health if identified.
Correct.
And you understand the third, if you mess up, you get the full range of punishment.
Yes, I understand.
And this could be more than 5 years.
When Annabelle finally speaks, the contradictions start showing. She says she didn't understand the safety plan, but admits she went anyway. She says she's remorseful, but minimizes parts of what happened. This is a moment judges watch closely because accountability isn't just saying I'm sorry.
All right, court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Jacob Tovar and Juan Tovar.
For years, not 5, but still prison. And that affirmative finding of family violence matters more than people realize. It affects custody, future cases, even basic rights. When she begs the judge not to do this, that's the sound of consequences finally landing.
Please don't do this. Why are you doing this?
All right. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with did you understand it? Did you sign it?
This case isn't about cruelty from the bench. It's about a system choosing child safety over hope. And sometimes the hardest sentences aren't the longest. They're the ones that come after everyone already gave you chances.